this country is also our country, is also the country of our immigrants, because we are the one who built it.
Coming into a home that is already built, reupholstering some furniture, doing some plumbing, swapping out a light bulb, fixing the flooring does not mean that you built the house. It is a slap in the face to Black Americans with a long lineage-based FBA, if you want to say, Black Americans, when immigrants get up here spouting that bull.
Haitians never thought Black Americans would go this far. O'Shea Duke Jackson. With the Supreme Court ruling allowing the federal government to terminate TPS, it has the Haitians susceptible to being deported. Excuse me. But with that being said, we should understand what TPS is at first.
What is the Temporary Protected Status Program?
So this is a really generous program that the U.S. created around 1990, and that it's had millions of people over time. And right now we have 1.3 million from about 17 countries. It's usually when something has gone wrong, like civil unrest, earthquake, mudslides,
some kind of natural disaster
in those countries, and we temporarily allow them to stay here. They get work authorizations, usually in periods of 18 months, and they have to renew it. They're allowed to apply for a travel permission. I think it allows a lot of people work authorization. It's not a permanent path to a legal green card, legal permanent residency, or citizenship.
Now, many people from this are speaking out, particularly the Haitian community, and this is not only Haitians, but Haitian and Syrians are susceptible to being deported now that TPS has been terminated. But we'll see exactly what they have to say about this.
On June 25, 2026, the Supreme Court cleared the way for the Trump administration to move forward with terminating TPS, also known as Temporary Protected Status, for roughly 350,000 Haitians and several thousand Syrians. Now, unfortunately, this was bad news for the Haitian community. And to be honest, I never met a Haitian that I didn't like. That's the God's honest truth. I've always had really good relationships or friendships with Haitian people, and I love them to death. Unfortunately, there was a lady from the Haitian community that responded to this emotionally.
This is the time for all of us to raise our voices and to say this country is also our country, is also the country of our immigrants, because we are the one who built it. If you can enjoy.
That's a bit of a reach. Listen. Now, when it comes to Haiti, I have no problem with Haitians being here or anything like this. This is how the laws are set up. And with the laws being set up, if you are a Haitian of Haitian descendancy, you are allowed to be here if you are a U.S. citizen. It is U.S. Haitian citizens here, right? But the TPS, which was given to you guys in 2010, was because of the earthquake that happened. Even with that being said, it's messed up what y'all going through and things like that. But at the same time, the black people here, the melanated people here, built this country. Literally, starting with the 13 colonies. All right? I think the first influx of Haitians heavily here was 1950s, I believe. All right? But by then, it been 400 years of slavery that the slaves it was already built before you got here. So, I mean, you can't say we're immigrants. So, you know what I mean?
Cries of Dr. Gerald Gabeau, the Haitian immigrant in charge of the Immigrant Family Services Institute. She's reacting to the U.S. Supreme Court ruling Thursday that President Trump has the power to end temporary protected status for Haitian and Syrian immigrants, meaning some 45,000 Haitians on TPS in Massachusetts could be deported.
What exactly am I going to say to those 100,000 children who were born here and whose parents are on CPS and can be at any time deported?
Haitians and Syrians are
not if they're U.S. citizens. They cannot be deported if they're U.S. citizens. right? See, it was about 2 decades long of this, and people got comfortable. And I understand that. I totally do. But I'm not saying God should leave. I'm just saying if I was from the outside looking in, I wasn't in America, I wasn't from Haiti, and I looked at the rules that were put at play, I'd be like, well, it says temporary protective status. I mean, the first word is temporary.
Are here on TPS because they fled war, gang violence, and hurricane wreckage.
First of all, let me try to be as fair as possible, because I do have a heart for the Haitian community. Number one, I know that I can understand what's happened to Haiti these last 200 years being destabilized, actually longer than that. But she made what many Black Americans consider a fatal error when she said migrants or people like us built this country. And so that would cause a little bit of static from the Black community.
Well, y'all literally were slaves and recruited by the French and they have no goddamn choice. I don't want to hear it. It is a slap in the face to Black Americans with a long lineage-based FBA, if you want to say, Black Americans, when immigrants get up here spouting that bull. It is a slap in the face and is disrespectful to our ancestors who actually did pour their hard work, blood, sweat, and soul into building this country.
Now, this is true. This is
Yeah, it is a bit of a slap in the face for you just to say that. Like, yeah, you are melanated. Yes, we all went through the same thing, but we went through different things in different places. You know what I mean? And when they say the Haitian revolt, we're not included in that. Okay, so we're not included in any of these revolts. We're not included in the Haitian revolt. We're not included in the Jamaican revolt. We're not even although he does give us, he give us love and say we can come back over there. Even in Burkina Faso, we're not even taking credit for that. We just showing love to them over there because they trying to do their thing and stuff, but we're not taking credit for that. That's them doing that thing. So it seems like every time the Black American has something going on, they want to hop on. But I have to say that's our fault. We always inviting people to the cookout, always opening doors for stuff like that. And yes, they are melanated, so they are somewhat us, somewhat connected. Over time, biology, environments change just a little bit, but when the deep in the essence of things, yeah, the melanation is the melanation. But at the same time, man, you got to respect people for where they were at and what they did and what their people done. All this hopping on the Black American bandwagon with all these things, man. Like, I mean, to be honest, most of y'all don't even call yourself Black. I don't like to be called Black, but I'm in this country where we're called Black, and these people like to call themselves Black. A lot of y'all like to say your nationality, which is fine, and I actually kind of prefer that if it wasn't European imaginary borders that made up those countries. But anyway.
Disrespectful towards many people who have been here, including whites or other groups who have been here a long time, but in particular Blacks, because this is kind of the language that Black Americans have been talking about for a long time, that we built this country narrative. And so you're starting to see certain Latinos attached to this, like John Leguizamo. He said this a few years ago, and now you're seeing Haitians who are saying this in order to, as somebody would say, tether or attach themselves to somebody's movement in which they did not participate in. And then there was this.
Once again, and we've said these things, I've said it a million times, coming into a home that is already built, reupholstering some furniture, doing some plumbing, swapping out a light bulb, fixing the flooring, does not mean that you built the house.
Now, no doubt.
I definitely have to agree with that because we built it, as I said earlier here. The 13 colonies could not have been built without the melanated person. Literally. Like, there's no America without the 13 colonies, and those could not have been started or built without the melanated person. This is actual facts. All right? And so by the time 1900 come and y'all can start coming, the house is built, bro. Y'all didn't build anything to make it the country it is. This is on the backs of the melanated person of this land and the European people who did what they did coming over here, they whatever, but they couldn't build it without us. They couldn't do it. So we literally could take credit for building this, literally. And really can't no other group of people say that.
There have been contributions from the Haitian community to the United States. I'm pretty sure that has happened. But just because you come in the house and you do a few things, do some plumbing, change the light bulbs, that does not make you a person who built the house. And that was a really good segue to this, because when we look at what is happening to the Haitian community and what's happened to Haiti historically, I mean, it's undeniable that what has happened to them has been so terrible. They fought for their freedom, which this ended up, or at least was one of the reasons why the French were bankrupt. Once the French lost this war, we got to understand that Haiti was the economic engine of France. I believe it produced like 40% of all the sugar consumed in Europe, 60% of all the coffee.
He's gonna get deep into what's going on with Haiti, and you know, shout out to Haiti, and great to y'all for having the revolt and doing your thing, getting up out of it. But as he's pointing out, although y'all did win the revolt, y'all were still in 100 to 200 years worth of debt because y'all didn't have the naval capacity. He's not saying that part. Yes, y'all won on land, but they came back with boats and put y'all under debt for destroying their property. That's what they classified it as. So we're not taking anything away. Y'all still my people. You're still my melanated people for sure. But we're not taking away nothing from your Haitian revolt just because you're in debt. And we're not attaching ourselves to your Haitian revolt. You know, you get what I'm saying? We were like, oh, yo, our people over there, they did their thing over there. Them Haitians, they did their thing. You know, we're not gonna say, hey, no. I'm just no. All right. If y'all want to finish watching that video, y'all can go check it in the link in the description below. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the Haitians. Shout out to the Asians. Shout out to the Latinos. Shout out to the Europeans. But shout out to the melanated world the most. We out.